You go in and you can really quickly look through the way that the fixture profile is built, and it's built in a pretty logical way, even in this mode, which is over 300 channels for one fixture. So each fixture here is its own universe. The pixels are pixels, it's RGBW. There's no worrying about virtual dimmers. It's just like there, it's ready to go for the cells and for the dots. And it was really easy and intuitive. You know, I think a lot of us have come from having things like color strikes. We all know how those lay out. You can really look at this in the same light. You know, we've got a head that moves, and then you've got a bunch of cells inside of it, and there's just two sets of cells. So instead of a tube from the color strikes, you've got the dots. It's really quick and easy to lay out, especially if you're building things in grids or groups, or you do layouts or whatever console you're using. You can really easily do it. It's just like, it's a nice rectangle. It's nothing too crazy. It's not like there's 8,000 wacky parameters that you have to deal with. The frost is really great. We've had fixtures that have had this kind of frost before, but this is really cool because it's actually variable and it doesn't just snap in and out. You could sit there. I had things on bump buttons and I had effects running where the frost is actually like ramping itself in and back out, and you can see it happen. So you can watch the beam of your light actually go like that and come back instead of just this like instantaneous thing, which is great. I mean, it's a really cool look. It's a great feature. Whether you're actually lighting something with these, like if you're uplighting a bunch of stuff or lighting a stage or anything, or if you're using them for like eye candy shooting out towards a crowd, that's a really fun feature. Those little dots are incredible. It's so bright and it gives you this really nice extra dimension that you don't really get otherwise. I mean, this layering is very fun. You can have your traditional pixels doing eye candy and color and this and that, but then you can have those little dots on top doing the exact same thing, other stuff. You can feed video content to them. And it's really fun to be able to like layer and stack all these different elements together in one fixture that's not big at all. You've got like the big random strobe and the twinkling white cells, and then you can just whack that frost in over it. And all of a sudden it just completely flattens the beam, but it doesn't kill your output. And it looks totally nice and even just down to the way that, you know, when you're running an effect, if you have the frost out, you get a really different look, because if you're off center from the lens itself, you're seeing kind of the light get reflected in different ways, which on its own is really cool. You know, you could have that frost out and you could be doing some sort of award show or live event, thing like that, that's being televised. And you could come and you could like fly your camera through that without having to do any dimming. And you get this totally different look as the camera moves off axis of the reflector and the emitters themselves. And then when you come back, you can put that frost in, you have super nice, clean, even face like that you can run content through, that you could leave in static colors. Nobody wants to hang like 100 different kinds of lights in a rig. They want like minimal fixture types. Well, maybe they don't, who knows? I like minimal fixture types. I like not having to deal with like having spots and washes and strobes and beams and this and that, the other. Like, I want to put up something that's going to cover a lot of my bases and do it very well. And this is that.